you've ever found yourself trying to motivate your way forward only to end up feeling more tired, more foggy, more stuck, then, my friend, you are definitely not alone. This is the third part of a conversation recorded here in Adelaide on 5AA. And in this section, we are exploring where motivation actually comes from and why pushing from the wrong place can make things much, much harder. We're also exploring that messy middle, that foggy moment when you're trying to move from where you are to where you're going, and why, even if you're super competent, that feels really, really hard. Let's drop into the conversation.
Interesting, because people often think it's that they need more motivation to make those changes, that, you know, that magic moment, the thought, the pill, etc. Everyone wants that elusive quick fix. Is it motivation? Is that actually the problem, or is there something else going on?
I love the word motivation. Right. So if we think about the word motivation, you're right. People think, right, come on, you're lazy. Like my dad, my mom and dad, my nan. Come on, stop sitting around, get on with it. That's that doing thing again. Keep doing, keep doing. And we already talked about why being busy isn't necessarily going to help you. It could make it worse. Your nervous system's going to get more panicked, right? Okay. So let's ask, what are we motivated by? Because for me, I can think of two things. We can be motivated by fear. I'm not enough. I need people to see me. You know, there's going to be something along those lines. Or we can be motivated by joy and passion. And that feels very different. I'm sure everyone listening in knows what it's like to, I know Christmas has just happened. How many of us were afraid the mother-in-law was going to judge something, right? Okay, so we might have overcompensated and then we're exhausted and possibly resentful when she doesn't notice, or worse, praises your partner who didn't do it. You did it. You know, like there's always, that's right. That is you being motivated from a place of fear. That's where that burnout comes from, because you can't sustain that. We've just talked about your nervous system is filling you full of hormones that are designed to just keep you pumping, keep you going. You're going to burn out. That's the wrong kind of motivation. So instead of looking for motivation, what if instead we look for alignment? And that means looking for that joy, looking for that passion. You see where we're going?
Absolutely. And I think our generation was brought up, you work really hard, you can be anything you want. And that was a constant message that, you know, work hard, you know, and don't get me wrong, I think most of us do. But it's that patterning that created, if you work hard, if you keep going, you'll be more successful.
Yeah.
But it's not actually the case, is it?
It's not the case. And what is success, right? What success means something different to everyone. And if you're chasing success that looks like X, Y, and Z, we have to check in again with those shoulds and that conditioning and that societal expectation. Is that what you believe success is? For me, success is when I'm feeling passionate and joyous and I want to turn up. Like today, I'm very excited to be here. Can you tell? You know, like this is success. I'm aligned. This is fun. This is great. If it's not feeling that way, again, we check in and we work out why. And it could be a little tweak, or it could be, this isn't what I'm meant to be doing. And both are fine. Because when you are motivated by what drives you, your passion, there's no stopping you. That is how we make world-changing movements happen, right?
Oh, I love your energy. I really do.
Thank you.
So I say, if I'm not back after the break, why? Wasn't what I was meant to be doing. Anyway, no. But why does clarity seem to disappear during times of transition or change, even for capable, experienced people?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think the key word is transition. Anytime you're going from one thing to a new thing, your nervous system is trying to regulate again. And you're moving from what is known, what your brain thinks is safe, even if it's probably not always the best thing for you. But your brain, like, we know this, we know how to handle this, we just keep doing this, to something that you really want, that is new, that your brain has no experience of in the same way, that may feel like it's not as safe. But you really want it, so you're going to try. And in the middle, there's this fog, there's this piece where you're being pulled in two directions. It's almost like there's two of you. I always like, and who's in the driver's seat? if the person who wants it is not in the driver's seat because your mind is still going, oh, but what about this? What will they think of me? What happens if I fail? You know, all of those thoughts we have all the time. Then, of course, there's going to be some conflict, some fog between the dream you want or where you're heading and where you're at now. The fog is not bad. The fog is exciting. It's a moment to pause and recognize that, just like one of those little caterpillars turning into a butterfly, you're in the smushy stage, my darling.
How long can that mushy stage last
Well,
for?
look, I would say it can last a long time. Some of us stick in that fog for too long, right? And that's when you go and seek support and you get help and you get advice and you dig into why you're stuck. Some of my clients find me in that phase. Like I say, they come to me going, I really want to do this, but my books are full. And if I do this, what if? And we can start exploring what emotions. It's usually fear, something like that. What's coming up for you? Maybe even a limiting belief that's there, that's stopping you from giving this thing a go. Because, hey, if you try it and it doesn't work, you still have loads of clients here in your books. I mean, what's there to lose? You know, so we can talk that through and regulate that. But yeah, you know, it's a beautiful moment, that fog. It's about integration. That's the key word, right? You're integrating the new you and the old you and learning from both sides of the coin. And that takes a lot of energy. So,
and a lot of courage. And often you're not around the people that understand that. So to have someone to support you transition through that, I can imagine would feel a lot safer.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's frightening.
And though people around you who've known you as this version of yourself that you're shifting from might even be objecting to this idea that you've got. I remember that. Like my friends thought I was completely mad when I gave up teaching with its nice regular wage and its pension and super and all that and started my own business and I had a baby and they're like, don't you want the job security and safety? I'm like, not really. I want to do this. And in their world, that was danger. Danger, Will Robinson, to quote a very good robot. But to me, it made perfect sense because I wanted to build a life where I could be at home with my son, earn money, and that's how my business journey started, you know? So you've got to go with what feels aligned with you, not the shoulds. It's coming back to that, isn't it? Again.
Love it. And I love the positivity of it. Will you stick around a little bit longer?
Absolutely.
Now, as you sit with this part of the conversation, you may notice a few things that land. Like the idea that motivation can come from either fear or joy. Or the way pushing harder often creates more fog, not more clarity, because you're leaving less room for integration. Or perhaps even the way transition is inevitably uncomfortable, even when it's leading you to something important, to exactly where you are supposed to be. It's interesting, isn't it? In the next part of this conversation, we go deeper into what you can do when you have this feeling that you know you are meant for something more, but you can't yet see or understand the path. We talk a little about how to reconnect with yourself, how to redefine success on your own terms, and how to start moving forward again, one step at a time, all without forcing clarity or burning yourself out. Now, if this resonated, make sure you're subscribed and join me for the final part of this interview.